What's up, guys? Welcome back. Last Brew Standing. This is our New Year's release. Today we are going to be reviewing the champagne of beers, Miller High Life and its competitor, Miller Lite.
Today, also on the Fuzz of the Day, we're gonna be talking about our favorite childhood cartoons. So we'll see what that is.
All right.
All right.
Drop in with the B-roll.
Let's do it. All right, so the first one we're starting with, we're gonna actually do this episode a little bit different, change up the rating scale. We're gonna start with the look, but it's gonna be out of 5 beer cans. It's gonna be kind of like bonus points for in the cans. We're gonna start with the Miller High Life, and it is, like you said, the champagne of beers.
Champagne of beer.
It's pretty classic look. It's like
Nostalgic.
I feel like they've had it for years.
1903, I feel like we were looking it up. It's been the same exact look. And we have an old school Miller High Life can right here.
They look identical, except this is in a bottle now instead of the can.
And if you grab over on your other shoulder,
Oh man,
we have the 32-ounce old school Miller High Life King Can. Can with a K-A-N. The King Can. Identical again.
But yeah, with the look, it's super classic. Like, tells you what it is. Since 1903, like you were saying right here. 12 fluid ounces, got some kind of little girl sitting on the moon.
It reminds me of the was that Dream Star, the movie picture with the person fishing on the moon.
That's almost, yeah, except she's reaching, I think it's a witch or something. She's reaching for the beer, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty simplistic. I really don't go towards Miller High Life so much. So for me, I don't know.
It's iconic. It's something that a lot of people, I feel like, would overlook and pass up because I think it is almost labeled, I'm just trying to think of what is the stereotypical Miller High Life drinker? Like, that's what I'm trying, like, you're not gonna really bring this to a party. I feel like you wouldn't, even though it is the champagne of beers. I don't know how it got coined that name, but it's something where I feel like most people think it's on the lower level. Like, it's like a step below the Miller Lite. Like, you just don't see it a lot.
See, it reminds me of like with Budweiser, Bud Light, it's like the Budweiser of
It's
Miller
the heavy,
Lite.
correct.
Yeah.
But you just don't get this as much as...
Dude, when we were looking at the store, actually, it was hard to find. There was only like one six-pack.
stole this.
I didn't steal it. Giant Eagles got mix and match, guys. I just took it out of one of the 6-packs and put it in our mix and match.
We couldn't find a single. We could only find 6-packs. So someone's going to be walking away with a 5-pack of Miller High Life instead of 6.
Sorry, guys.
But it is iconic, and so I think you know it. Like, it has that. So there's some bonus points in there in the iconic look. For that reason, I'm going to go 3.5 cans. 3.5 cans.
My rating was right there with you. I was going to say 3.
Now we're going to jump right into the Miller Lite, the son of the Miller High Life. It's like the baby.
Yep.
I want to say it's still pretty classic and nostalgic. I don't think this has really changed that much. I actually like that one better than this one.
And that could be because we see this all the time. Like,
maybe.
I feel like that's
it's
a
overdone.
staple. Yeah, I feel like you'll see this at somebody's house.
You know what it is. You recognize it.
Yep.
Great. At this point, though, you're not drinking it because it looks neat. Like, you're not going in the store thinking, oh, what should I get? That looks intriguing. Let me try that. You're like, whatever it is, I guess I'm drinking Miller Lite.
Yeah.
This is actually one of my go-to light beers. I would say that. This is one of them. I'm over a Bud Light guy. I'm going Miller Lite. I mean, I know what I'm getting, and it's nothing really sticking out. I'm going to go 3. It's just a basic sort of 3 for me.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to it. So, I mean, everything Rich is saying is pretty accurate. It's a classic look. It's the Miller Lite. Everybody knows this bottle. Yeah. You're going to see it at a party or in a brewery or a bar or something like that. It's just one of those that it's always there. So, if you're a classic guy and you just like that one only beer, this is everywhere. You can get it everywhere. Other than that, it's a darker bottle. So, I mean, maybe that's why we don't like it as much as this one. This one, you can see the color of the beer and everything. This is like, is it brown? Is it light?
It's your plain Jane typical beer. Like, even our logo, I think that's what I think of. Last Brew Standing. Like, the logo. It's just a plain Jane beer.
Yeah. So with that, it's not great. It's not horrible.
Yeah.
I really don't go towards this light beer. I'm more like a Coors Light kind of guy. But I'm gonna give it. I like this one way more. I gave that 3, so I'm gonna do 2.5 on this one.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
All right, so I was talking about it earlier, Fuzz of the Day, favorite childhood cartoon. And there's a lot that come to mind, like, immediately.
My favorite one is very tough.
First of all, were you a Cartoon Network guy or a Nickelodeon guy?
Yeah, that could be its own, like, topic right there, I feel like. I know a lot of my buddies, Cartoon Network. Me personally, I'm a Nickelodeon. I was a Nickelodeon guy. till I die. Like it was, Hey Arnold,
Ooh.
Doug, Rocket Power.
Doug, I forgot about Doug.
Cat Dog, Rugrats. Like it was boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna have to say though, Rocket Power. I love the woogity woogity.
I was gonna say
that was. I liked skateboarding. I like rollerblading, biking, and stuff. So I think I gravitated towards that. It was really interesting for me, and I was like, dude, I want to do like a triple kickflip, backflip, double, whatever, and he lands it. I was like, how do I do that? And then I'm like, well, it's a cartoon.
So you weren't a shoebie then?
A shoebie, no.
You remember that?
Yeah,
because they were living on the beach. They had all these vacation people coming out there, tourists, and they called them shoebies.
That's funny. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, dude.
If I had to pick a runner-up, it would be Doug. I think Doug would be my runner-up.
See, with Nickelodeon, if I was going with Nickelodeon, my favorite was definitely on Cartoon Network. But if I was going with Nickelodeon, it would probably be Doug. Rocket Power was right there, definitely a close second. They might even be like tied. Like I would have to agree. Like Doug was just my go-to jam on Nickelodeon. Even Cat Dog though. Cat Dog's up there too. I feel like I watched them all.
Yeah.
Like and liked them all. That was like a great era of cartoons.
It was
like compared to some of the cartoons you got out here nowadays.
I couldn't tell you one.
But on Cartoon Network side, you had everything from Pinky and the Brain, you had Ed, Edd and Eddy, you had Dexter's Laboratory, and my favorite...
Johnny
Bravo, that's another one. But my favorite out of all those are probably going to have to be Ed, Edd and Eddy. Just because like it was just so goofy, and you just had these three friends, brothers, you know, like hanging out. You had the one that was like really, really dumb, and like he had a pet plank, you know, like he had the plank with him, and it was just a good laugh. That like it was just a good relatable laugh.
I didn't watch too much of it, so like I understand it, I see it, but I don't even know if I watched the whole episode.
Yeah.
So I might have to. If there's a subscription out there where I can get that on there, maybe I will.
Yeah, you can get Ed, Edd and Eddy for sure. And then Dexter's Laboratory was definitely on Cartoon Network, was my close second. And that's only because he had glasses like me. Oh. So I was like pumped. I was like, oh, sweet. Like a guy with glasses trying to take over the world. He was a scientist, you know, like he was kind of a little evil. So he had like a little evil side to him. So those would be my picks.
We didn't even plan this, and I don't know if you can see it. But right now, my socks. Hey Arnold.
No way, dude.
Hey Arnold. I would say that my third. Hey Arnold's probably my third.
Football head, man. Yeah, I feel like everybody likes that.
Well, cool. So let us know what your favorite cartoon was back in the day, whatever day you were in. Drop that in the comments. Let us know.
Yep.
But now, let's dive into one of our favorite parts. It's going to be the taste.
All right, we cracked them open, poured them in some glasses. We're gonna start with the champagne of beers. Being New Year's Eve coming up, this might be one of them you want to take with you instead of some champagne. So let me give you this one.
The man of the hour. This is gonna be a 10. Matt talked about we gave the bonus point for the look. This is gonna be the all-inclusive. You know, you can look at the clarity, whatever you want, smell, taste. But this is the big one right here. So this is gonna be out of 10, and I'm gonna give it a little tiny.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to give it a smell too. All right, cheers. It's definitely a fuzzy bubbly for sure. It's got the fuzzy bubbly like champagne, so I kind of get why they're going with the champagne of beers. It definitely reminds me of
that. It's like a bazillion bubbles sort of dissipating.
Yeah,
all like fizzing out and stuff. I don't see the bubble action going on. I was thinking more like
super bubbly, yeah.
But it feels like that though, which is interesting. And like when you're swallowing everything, it feels like a bunch of them all sort of spread out. It's smooth. So the alcohol is a 4.6.
I thought it was going to be like a 3.6 or something like that.
But this would be like like you said earlier, Budweiser competitor.
It reminds me of a Budweiser.
And I don't even know what Budweiser is. I feel like that's in the 4s though.
Yeah, I don't
know if it's 4.6 though.
It doesn't really leave a bad aftertaste.
No.
It's good. It's light, you know. It's probably not as light as that, but if you want a little bit a kick up from a light beer, this would be a good alternative because it tastes like that.
I wouldn't even say it's as heavy as I thought. Like I was thinking if this is going to be like the Bud Heavy or the Miller Heavy, it doesn't really taste like that. It still has that light feeling.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Even though it's at the 4.6 percent. This is great. What are you thinking?
I actually I like it. You know, I'm a big fan. So out of 10 beer cans we're doing now, That's what it does too. It's very bubbly. Very bubbly. Because I got them coming too. But out of 10 beer cans, I would probably have to give it. It's going to be more than halfway. I like it. So let's do a solid 6. We're going to go with a 6, right over the middle point.
That's good. That's good. I'm right there with you. I'm going to go with 6.5. I'm going to go with a 6.5 on that just because I think the nostalgia plays a little bit into it as well.
All right. Hopping over to the Miller Lite. I feel like this is another staple you always see.
Now, this is interesting. I mean, the blooper reel, the clarity between the color. The color, this one looks more golden. The other one looked like a fade golden.
Yeah, this is like definitely more champagne-y for sure.
100% champagne-y. Yep, that has that soft.
This one though, the smell, dude. Like,
this is just like your beer, your typical beer. It actually has more bubbles than the other one, which is sort of weird.
Skunky, kind of.
Little skunky.
Yeah, like
it's a little skunky. This one's got a 4.2%
I mean,
a little bit heavier,
both,
but not like
yeah.
that
That's what
much.
I'm saying. They're both kind of light, to be honest.
Did I just see you sip that without a cheers?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I almost did it. No, I didn't.
I'm gonna check the footage.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely skunky.
Skunky, dude.
Skunky.
Cheers.
Cheers to the skunk.
I thought I was gonna like this one more, dude.
You know what's weird is some people they say the can is different than the bottle, then different than the draft or something.
Yeah.
So maybe I just don't drink bottles as much or something. I don't. Well, I usually go draft. If I'm at the bar, I'm going to order a Miller Lite draft. I probably would.
I'm kind of not a fan of this one. Like after tasting it, which is weird. High Life, like I never really drink it, but I was like, oh, Miller Lite, I'll get it, but it's got the skunk smell. It's definitely a skunky smell.
Yeah, you taste that skunk too, which is sort of weird.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
It's interesting to do the Bud Light versus the Miller Lite, but out of these two, for sure, I mean, this one has my vote already. Yeah,
I'm not happy with it.
I don't know.
I'm not pleased with it, dude. To be honest, I'm like kind of shocked because I was like, oh, Miller Lite ain't that bad, dude. You know,
right, out of these two, because that's what we're doing right now today, I'm going 5 on it.
I'm gonna go lower than that because I don't like it, man. I mean, if I'm gonna drink a light beer, I usually don't drink them in the first place. I'm gonna want one that's like punches me and I'm like, oh, this is crisp and enjoyable. Right. I don't feel that crisp and enjoyable that like normally a Bud Light or something or a Coors Light will give you. We're gonna go 3.5, dude.
Okay.
Because I don't like it.
Well, we know what the winner is, but let's tally these bad boys up.
Rich tallied them up.
So the winner, and we sort of knew this going into it, was the High Life with a 19. And our Miller Lite got a 11.5. Don't forget, follow us on our Instagram. We're doing a lot of backstage stuff, like behind the scenes on that account. Our TikTok's mostly our shorts. And then our Facebook is just pretty much a hodgepodge of everything. We're slapping in our shorts, our long videos, some memes, and different things like that.
And also let us know if you like the new format. We're trying to switch it up. We're growing each time, trying to make it a little bit shorter, easier to consume. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Make sure to hit that subscribe notification bell. And come to the next one because we got something that you picked up from the store that's going to be pretty awesome to check out.
That's going to be cool.
Yep.
All right.
See you guys.
Later.
That's what it does too. It's very bubbly. Very bubbly.